When I was in high school, I told the teacher that I needed to take a break to pray. He looked at me with a smirk and said, "So you follow your religion to a T?" That smirk and the sarcastic comment that came with it stayed with me for a long time. Religion isn't very popular. Wanting to go to the mosque or church or synagogue or temple, doing things like fasting and praying, saying that you love God, these are things that people look upon with amusement or disdain. There's a tendency to think of people who believe in God as sheep. You can't possibly be intelligent if you're religious. And it is true that religion can be difficult. It can challenge our desires and wishes. It can make us do things we don't want to do. But have you ever thought about what religion does for you? My uncle nearly died several months ago. One day he was a healthy person, quite active, and then suddenly he was in intensive care, unconscious, for months. The doctors tried everything. They even tried experimental treatment. But he was unresponsive. His body was shutting down. After several weeks, the doctors called his daughter. They told her they wanted to turn off the machines. They said that was the only thing keeping him alive. They asked her to imagine if her father would have been contented, just lying there in a hospital bed, like a vegetable, for so long. His daughter, my cousin, was horrified. She refused the request. She insisted her father wouldn't have given up. To everyone's surprise, a few days after that incident, my uncle suddenly woke up, and he recovered rapidly. Of course, he had to relearn how to do some things, like walk. But now he's as good as new, and back to his lively, joking self. There is no doubt in my mind that without belief in God, his family wouldn't have survived this ordeal. As I get older and hopefully wiser, I've come to see how religion can be of great help to us. It can help us navigate the twists and turns of life. Life isn't always easy, but religion can help us manage heartbreak and disappointment, divorce and illness, job loss and death. Let's imagine that religion turns out to be all wrong. Let's imagine there is no God and no life after death. Let's imagine that religion was invented. It's a human construction, a fairy tale. Does that help us cope with life any better? It doesn't. If there is no God, then we're alone, fumbling our way forward for reasons unknown to us. There is no God watching over us, guiding us, interacting with us. There is no God with a higher plan, with greater power. There is no meaning or purpose to the suffering that we go through, and there are no miracles to keep us hopeful, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Let's think back to the case of my uncle. If his family didn't have faith that God could make a miracle happen, they would not have been able to maintain hope. It certainly looked like a hopeless situation. It didn't seem as if my uncle would be able to make it, and everyone was prepared for what seemed to be inevitable. I know I was. But yet his family kept praying and kept hoping, because they believed that if there was any power that could help my uncle, it was God. My uncle's family leaned on prayer to provide them with stillness and relief from anxiety. They couldn't help my uncle in any tangible way. When they felt lost and helpless, praying gave them something to do. It directed their sadness towards a clear goal and allowed them to give up their burdens to God. And you know what? Even if my uncle hadn't made it, his family would have understood that it was God's will, and they would have surrendered to God. And they still would have had hope of being reunited with their loved one after death. That's what religion gives us. If we don't have religion, ultimately, we all turn to dust. That's our end. Religion offers the possibility, whether it's mistaken or not, that there is something better to come in the afterlife. It reframes suffering as something more. And that helps us to be happier, to be more resilient, to navigate difficult challenges with grace and patience and hope. So the next time someone mocks you for believing in God, remember my uncle and the dire situation he was in and how religion helped him and his family pull through. I'm Safiyyah Ally for Let the Quran Speak.
Assalamu alaikum. We have some exciting news to share with you.
As you know, Let the Quran Speak has been on TV screens and social media for 22 years.
We've been reaching people all around the world, spreading positivity and good and helping people experience the beauty of Islam and the accomplishments of Muslims.
We've been shooting in this very space for the past 2 decades.
And now, with the help of Allah, we're about to get the keys to Muslim Media Hub.
If you like what we're doing, you're gonna love Muslim Media Hub even more.
Because it's the next step up.
Think new TV shows, podcasts, social media content, and films.
It will have new talent, more youth, and a lot more space and resources to do what we love. spread the message of Allah.
Our Muslim Media Hub costs $2.4 million.
We must close on this building on October 16, and for that, we need to raise $300,000.
How will we raise $300,000?
Easy, Safiyyah. All we need is 300 people to give $1,000 each.
If you can be one of this select 300, that's fantastic.
Otherwise, please give whatever you can. Every dollar counts.
It's our collective responsibility to share the message of Islam with our fellow human beings. Please help establish Muslim Media Hub so we can do this.
It's a sadaqah jariyah, something that will continue to be of benefit to the Muslim community long after we are gone.
Thank you, and may Allah bless you and your loved ones today and always.
Assalamu alaikum.